Hello, Mr. Kafo.
You don't say, my brother.
do,
Hi,
man.
ladies and gentlemen. This is a Okafo reality TV show. I have a wonderful guest here today, a bosom friend, a longtime friend, someone I know is a man of timber and caliber, a man that has been a blessing to many generations. Mr. Babatunde Alashuri. Yeah, you know, I have to do rehearsals to know that name, especially the Alashuri.
Yes.
So you're highly welcome to this program today.
You're
Mr.
welcome, my
Alashuri.
brother.
You're highly welcome.
You know,
So how has life been with you, man?
thank God we've been surviving. That's why we were born in Nigeria. You know, we are born with tough skin. So we just have to manage ourselves. I will get there one day.
All right, my people, what we are discussing today is a topic that is very vital and is titled depression. Depression is real. Personally, I have a definition for depression because I was once a victim of depression. Yeah. I see depression as a force. Once it grips a person, it will hold that person down and it will begin to speak different languages. It will begin to suggest different things like suicide, drug addicts. It will push someone to different things. And that is why I choose this topic today to discuss with my wonderful friend here who is vast in knowledge to trash it and help a lot of people who are going through depression to know that you can actually come out of depression. So you're highly welcome to this program, Mr. Alashiri.
Thank you very much.
To you, what do you think is the major cause of depression?
Yes, depression can be caused in so many ways. And when you look at the way it comes as if it's an imbibed thing. And it's a blank situation where if you allow yourself for it, you can't really control yourself. That spirit now begins to detect the pace. And if you are not quickly being surrounded for you to see someone to pull you out of it, it ends up taking one's life. It ends up pushing you to things you don't want to do, and it's difficult for whoever that wanted to get you out of here then really had to do a hard work on.
Wow. So it can be caused by so many things. Can you give us just two things as the major factor for depression?
One, the society you live in can cause you to fall into depression. Take, for example, the present situation of the country now. It's really putting some people into an hard end, and if you are not really well trained or well determined, it's very, very easy for you to fall into depression, especially when it comes to the issue of you have money, you can't withdraw it, you have issues that you can solve with money, you don't have it, and the pressure is seriously on you. All these things, one can easily fall into depression with it. Secondly, is the family you come from. Sometimes your family are also determinant of who you are in the society. And when you are not getting that kind of support, from home, you understand, as a married man, we are both married. If your wife is a harsh type that is only giving you a hit on, a pressure on, these are things my dear, please calm down, I will do it. No, she's not really giving you that room, that space for you to operate. You can easily fall into depression. And that's why you find out that so many married men, you find out that you see them after normal work, some of them, they don't go home straight.
They don't go home straight. They
go somewhere, say they want, about make I go myself. From there, it becomes addiction.
Addiction, yeah.
Because the fear of going home straight to meet your wife. Everybody should be happy that I've closed from work. The happiness should be that, yes, I'm going to meet my wife. But you find out that the reverse is the case. So you always want to look for a kind of cut corner.
That means relationship can as well contribute to depression.
Yes.
Both male and female. Because if a man is also putting the wife under pressure and abusive words, it can lead a woman as well to depression. So if a man is under pressure from the wife or from family or from society, it can as well lead a man into depression.
Yes.
So when people set goals and the goal is not being achieved, and you are looking at yourself, everything is just crumbling, it can lead a man to depression. So, what are the resultant effects? How will somebody know that this thing has started coming? Maybe attitudinal change. What are the things you'll be seeing, and you know that depression is creeping in?
Before depression comes, the first thing that will also happen to someone is boredom.
Okay.
That person, you see, when you begin to see that someone is always like being in a quiet area,
Begin to isolate.
Isolate himself away from friends. He likes sitting alone. He starts soliloquizing. You know, any little thing you see him talking to himself. You understand? Because that kind of forces will always want to take you out where you can get out. So, you know, we always take you out so that it can really have that pin on you.
Trap you down.
Yeah, it can really trap you down. So,
Wow.
by the time you start seeing someone sitting alone, talking to himself, he doesn't want to associate.
That reminds me, I'm not cutting you short, bro. I felt depressed some months or years ago, and I always want to be on my own. And the voice I always hear would be, why not just pack this car, jump in the third mainland, and just die, end it up there. This thing was so strong. Nobody knew. And friends were still calling me for help. People, family members were still calling, but nobody knew I was dying.
Yes.
Seriously.
You see, that's one of the attributes of depression. You see, it's by stage. Before it takes you to a level of where it now begin to speak to you that okay, you go and commit suicide, you should go and commit. It first of all give you some symptoms of isolating yourself, talking to yourself. You don't see meaning what other people do. You just begin to be yourself. From there, you know, it now graduates to a level where you now begins to think, okay, let me end it all. This, you know, by that time, everything's not meaningful to you again.
All right, to our wonderful audience out there, what do you think we can do? Because I know as many as are listening to us, there are people who are actually going through stuff.
Like that, yes.
Things. You know, one of our friends now that died.
Yes.
The last conversation I had with this guy was actually, each time I remember that conversation, I don't think I'll forget it in a hurry. I saw him develop this alcoholic, drinking, smoking. He just drink all day. And I had a conversation with him. He was like, no, he doesn't want anything to be in his mind. He doesn't want that. Nobody knew exactly what he was going through until it led to him driving and he had a heart failure or something of that nature, something like that. I don't really know.
Yes, you see, the issue more is depression comes in different ways.
Okay.
So it comes through alcoholic, especially that's your habit. Now I talk about addiction. You see, it's just like when somebody wants to get you down.
I sip my water.
You understand? So it depends. If somebody wants to trap you down now, it is what you like. That person is going to use against you.
Yes.
If he sees you like that, you like alcohol. You understand? If he sees you that you like alcohol, for example, if always introduce alcohol to you, he begins to take you to a level where you understand that you won't be able to get yourself again, so that you can have that control over you. Because once you are drunk, then you are unconscious, then they can push you to do whatever. Just the same thing, men that likes flirting around. You know, they study you and the same thing depression does. It studies you. You try to look at your mindset. You try to reframe your mindset within the will of what you like to do. So from there, it get hold of you. Once you allow it to get hold of you, then you are no more yourself. You know, so maybe before your capacity is taking one bottle or two. You know, it begins to, begin to graduate. You begin to graduate, and before you know, you get addicted to it. And there are solutions to it. One of the solutions I feel is that one such person, once you find now that somebody is in depression, you need to be closer to that person and try to understand what is actually the problem of that person. You need to be making that person happy. You need to understand his weaknesses, then things that he likes that we can really bring out of him, to see reason why this life is sweet. Then you don't need to be harsh on such person.
Wow, that's wonderful. That means husband and wives at this period, everyone needs to understand that depression is real. You can make your spouse happy.
Yes.
As a man.
Your wife and happy. As a woman too.
As a woman, make your husband happy.
Take care of
under pressure.
Yes.
Make sure your husband is happy. Make sure your wife is happy. People are actually thinking different things at this moment. You understand? And For example, my own case, how did I come out of it? I have two major quality friends. One is my mentor, one is my friend, and also a prayer partner for many years. I will mention their name because they are wonderful people. Number one happens to be Mrs. Tabo Gechukwu Tabo. When I was in serious depression, I always liked to be in my car alone. Nobody knew what was happening to me. Like that strong thought was there to end it, just end it there. But on the second thought, I said, let me just call this woman because this is somebody that I respect. Both she and her husband, I respect them, and these are people who understands me very well. You understand? So I called her. I said, look at what is happening. I've tried your husband's number; is not going. Please look at what is happening. I'm just thinking of killing myself. She said, don't do that. Hold on, hold on. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to give somebody your number. He's going to call you from London. And he gave my number to one engineer who is a Nigerian based in London and is a counselor. The man called me and we had a conversation. He discovered where my depression was coming from. And this man, just after that discussion, I was brought back to life. I started seeing life as meaningful. I started seeing things I can do within me. The second person happens to be Pascal Atuma. Pascal is a mentor. He took me to the beach. We spent time together there. So I really want to recommend people to have friends that can actually advise you when you are facing depression. So what's your last word for our viewers?
My last word for our viewers here is always do things that makes you happy, and don't allow your present predicament to dictate your pace or focusedness from you.
Wow, don't allow your present predicament to dictate your pace or focus in life. There is hope. Life is sweet. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Wow, Mr. Alashri, you are wonderful friend. Guy, you know the old don't think.
No. So as you go like this now, if they give you opportunity to go,
you don't stand in yourself. I know where you do.
I know where you do. They give you say you're married now. As you they look you on the side like this. How you dey be now?
Wait.
So among all these our celebrities, which one you dey admire? Make another have you connect you with one.
Make I go marry am.
Yes, now.
Celebrity, I be there. You want keep person.
I don't think
my wife is not watching this time. I hope my wife is not watching this time.
I don't
Okay,
think
so you ask me, I think who to marry or who to
yes,
to marry second time.
yes.
I'm married with
If they are giving you second chance,
second chance.
yes, now.
Second chance. Maybe my
Yes,
from you. Okay, let me think. I'll go for my sister, man.
Why your sister?
I'll go for my sister.
Why your sister?
You know what my sister do last time?
I don't even know your sister that you're talking about.
Blessing CEO is my sister from the same town. And I like everything what Blessing they do, I like her. Especially that one maybe I can that one here last week.
That one they shine your eyes.
You dey shine my
eye.
My sister. In fact, Blessing, I go if that, like I should said, if I have second chance to marry, I will marry Blessing CEO.
All right now.
Yeah, that's it. Because now I'm supposed to go to school.
I'm not working on it now.
I mean, I trust you. I know what you can do. Thank you for coming. We'll meet us next time. We'll bring you other topics, wonderful topics. And from time to time, we'll be having Mr. Alashri on our studio and the other wonderful people to bless your soul. Thank you very much, and God bless you.